Hey, welcome. You know, if you've ever felt totally overwhelmed by all the fitness advice out there, you're definitely in the right place. Today, we're going to cut right through all that noise. We're taking 26 expert tips and boiling them down into a simple, powerful framework to help you maximize every single workout. So, you ready to simplify your fitness? Let's do this.
Just think about that for a second. What if there was no more confusion, no more second-guessing yourself, just a clear, effective path straight to your goals? Well, that's exactly what we're going to build together today, a straightforward approach that actually gets results. And the way we're going to do it is by focusing on just 4 essential areas. I want you to think of these as the foundation of your entire fitness house, right? We've got fuel, gear, mindset, and smarts. If you can get these 4 pillars right, everything else just kind of falls into place.
All right, first up, pillar number 1, fueling your machine. Because let's be real, you just can't out-train a bad diet. What you're putting into your body, well, that's the raw material for your energy, your recovery, and ultimately, your results.
So let's start with the absolute basics. Hydration. You know how easy it is to reach for one of those sugary sports drinks? But as dietitian Jackie Nugent points out here, you really only need those if you're going for a long, super intense session. For most of our workouts, good old-fashioned water is the perfect zero-calorie way to stay energized.
Okay, and when it comes to actual food, portion control is huge. A super simple rule of thumb for balanced eating is just to visualize your plate. You want to fill half of it with colorful veggies or fruit, then a quarter gets lean protein, and that last quarter is for whole grains. It's such a simple visual cue, and it makes balanced eating almost automatic.
Now, here's something I thought was fascinating. A little secret weapon for weight management called resistant starch. This is not your average carb, okay? It actually resists digestion in the small intestine, which means it keeps you feeling full for way longer. Plus, it acts as a prebiotic, feeding the good bacteria in your gut. So yeah, things like brown rice or pumpernickel bread, total game changers.
So what should you have on hand? Well, setting up your fridge for success is absolutely key. Think about it. Balsamic vinegar for a ton of flavor without the calories, in-shell nuts, which make you work a little for a high-fiber snack, and things like Greek yogurt or hummus for that creamy protein boost. When you have these things ready to go, the smart choice becomes the easy choice.
All right, on to our second pillar, gearing up for success. This is all about having the right tools for the job. Because the right gear doesn't just help prevent injury, it actually makes your workouts more comfortable and way more effective.
Let's talk about your most important piece of equipment, your sneakers. Just follow these 4 simple steps. 1. Shop late in the day when your feet are a little swollen. 2. Make sure there's some wiggle room for your toes. 3. And this is the big one, they have to feel comfortable right away. And 4. Keep an eye on their age and mileage. Old shoes lose their support and can lead to injuries.
And this quote right here from Coach Andrew Castor, it busts a huge myth. You do not need to break in a good pair of running shoes. Nope. They should feel great from the very first step you take in the store. If they don't, they're just not the right shoes for you. Simple as that.
And hey, if you're taking your workout outside, being prepared is everything. This checklist covers all the essentials for safety and performance. Of course you've got your phone and music, but have you considered a road ID bracelet with your emergency info? It's such a simple thing, but it could be a lifesaver. Throw in some sunglasses, a tracker, and sweat-proof sunscreen, and you are good to go.
Okay, let's move on to pillar 3, mastering the mental game. Look, you can have the perfect diet and the absolute best gear, but if your head's not in the game, you're just not going to be consistent. This is all about motivation, resilience, and building those habits that actually stick around.
A workout buddy can be a massive asset or a huge liability. You really want someone who's supportive, who shows up consistently, and who pushes you to be just a little bit better. You got to avoid anyone who's critical, flaky, or kind of holds you back. Choose your allies wisely on this one.
And remember this, perfection is not the goal. Consistency is. So if you have an off day with your diet, please don't panic or beat yourself up. It takes a serious calorie surplus to actually gain a pound of fat. Just acknowledge it, let it go, and get right back to mindful eating the next day.
Speaking of consistency, the data on this is crystal clear. A 2020 review found that people who work out at a consistent time, especially in the morning, not only form stronger habits, but they also tend to achieve greater weight loss. Routine really is your superpower here.
And finally, let's dive into our 4th pillar, workout and recovery smarts. This is where we get into the nitty-gritty of training intelligently to maximize your gains and, just as importantly, minimize injury. This is where the real lasting progress happens.
Okay, here is a simple but incredibly powerful rule for runners trying to avoid injury. Coach Andrew Castor advises only increasing your total weekly mileage by 5 to 10%. Now, even if you're not a runner, this principle, it's called progressive overload, is absolutely key. It just means you gradually increase the stress on your body, whether that's more weight, more reps, or more distance, so you can get stronger without getting sidelined.
Now, if tracking your weight is part of your journey, consistency is everything if you want a reliable number. The absolute best time to step on the scale is first thing in the morning, right after you've used the bathroom, but before you've had anything to eat or drink. That's what gives you the most accurate baseline to track your progress from.
After a really tough workout, muscle soreness is pretty much a given, right? So what's one of the most talked about recovery tools out there? The ice bath. But does this celebrity-endorsed trend actually work? Let's take a look at the cold, hard facts.
So here are the pros and the cons. An ice bath. We're talking a 10 to 15-minute plunge in cold water. It may help relieve some of those aches. However, and this part is really important, it is not for everyone. The cold can spike your heart rate and your blood pressure, which makes it pretty risky for anyone with heart conditions, circulation issues, or diabetes. The big takeaway here is to always check with the doctor if you're unsure.
So let's wrap this all up with one key takeaway from each pillar. For fuel, just remember that half-plate rule for veggies and fruit. For gear, it's all about comfort from day one in your sneakers. For mindset, find a buddy who inspires you. And for smarts, follow that 5 to 10% rule for steady progress. 4 simple rules for massive results.
And that's our deep dive. We've covered a ton of ground, but now it really comes down to action. So looking at everything we've just talked about, what's the one single tip that you are going to put into practice starting tomorrow? Really think about it, because that one small change, that's how real transformation begins.